How's it going, YouTube? This is TrentJ, and today we have the What Did I Buy series. This is number 16 on the list. If you're not new to the channel, you know how this works. If you are new, basically this is 1500 USD in raw Japanese cards from Japan, believe it or not. And approximately 200,000-ish yen. And the reason that it's always the same like that is because this is the easiest amount to have shipped from Japan and not have any issues with customs, any extra import fees, taxes, etc., etc. Less likely chance of them going through your package, digging through it. Doesn't prevent it completely, but from my personal experience with hundreds of packages shipped from Japan at this point, this is how I operate. This is what I do. Your experience may vary, but this is, again, how I do things. So yeah, 1500 USD in raw Japanese cards. We'll go through these. We'll count the amount of copies of each card, and we will check the front and back of each unique card, if that makes any sense. So yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy. And yeah, hopefully you guys had a good weekend. This will probably come out on a Sunday, so it'll be kind of the end winding down. This will release in the morning or early afternoon on Sunday, so if you're catching it then, auctions will be going off tonight, Sunday. I will be trying to go live for that. And yeah, if you didn't get any bids in, if you're interested in anything, check it out. If not, again, join in the live and no purchase necessary. Just chill and we'll watch stuff go off. So yeah, let's get into this. This is a really good one to start, actually. We have Wartortle from the VHS intro pack, the Squirtle deck. Got one copy of Wartortle. Front of this one looks pretty clean. Another thing too, I will not see things quite as good as what you will, looking through the camera to look at the card rather than looking right at it. So if I mention something being mint, near mint, or clean, or etc., and so forth, and it's not, well, you probably can see it better than me. That simple. But this one doesn't look too bad overall. I actually absolutely love this artwork too. All right, next up we got Magikarp. This is base set, but it's no rarity. We got one copy of Magikarp. Man, we're gonna have a long video if we only got one copy of each card, which it shouldn't be. This one's looking probably like moderately played. It's funny, like that's the first thing like kind of popped in my head. I just got done condition scanning a bunch of stuff, and it was definitely a lot of old back in there, and it's like, oh, moderately played. This might be heavily played. I can't really tell 100%, but still, it's no rarity. We got Squirtle, also no rarity from base set. 2 copies of Squirtle. Front copy, I mean, you're looking at like one of the oldest set cards ever released here, so I mean, to see them in not great condition isn't very surprising, but not very great on the back, probably like moderately played. That'll just be my default for the video, moderately played. All right, next up we have Latias from Dragon, was it Dragon Selection? Yeah, Dragon Selection. 1 copy of Latias. Looks like we got an unfortunate little crease line at the top because otherwise this card is super clean. Another thing too, for anyone that's new, again, if you're not new, you already know the drill, but basically the goal for all this stuff is if I can grade it, great, that's the initial goal. If I can't, when I buy this stuff, I want to pay the price that I feel comfortable with buying it, where I can break even at worst case scenario and most likely profit off of still selling it as a single. So I tend to stray away from like big high-end stuff anymore unless it just feels like a really good deal. I buy a lot of the smaller 5, 10, 15, 20, up to like $100-ish stuff. The expensive stuff, it's high risk, but I wouldn't call it high reward. I would call it high risk, and I would call it potential for high reward, but most likely a break even or a loss. So yeah, sure, like if you get lucky, it's more so a luck thing than this, where again, I feel like I'm comfortable buying this stuff at the price that I'm paying, where I can sell it raw and make a profit. So yeah, moving on. Altaria, Clash of the Blue Sky, 1 copy. Great artwork by Umamoto. Actually, a really great artwork by Umamoto. This one's looking pretty good overall. Probably not gradable, but still like near mintish. Flygon Level X from Bonds the End of Time. 1 copy. Man, we gotta stop this 1 copy nonsense. This copy is looking fresh to death, though. I don't know if there's something... Is that on the card, or is that his actual wing? I don't know. I don't have two copies to compare it to, but this copy is looking pretty good from my perspective. We got the PCGP Pokepark Munchlax promo. I think it actually is Pokepark. Yeah, Pokepark's Munchlax. One copy again. This one, I mean, you can see, you know, it's played because of the way that it is. We've got Igglybuff Reverse Foil from L1 Soul Silver Collection. One copy. Pretty clean overall. A little nick in the whitening in the bottom, but it looks pretty near mint, to be honest with you. A little scratch right there, but nice copy. Those are really tough. They get scratched really easy. We got Tauros, Chucks to be exact, from VS. One copy. I don't know what's with all this one copy nonsense, but I hope it stops soon. This one's not bad. I mean, he looks probably excellent to near mint. We got Baneri, DP card exchange promo. You can see the beautiful swirl on this one. Beautiful foil in general. I really like the DP card exchange promos. A lot of good stuff from Diamond and Pearl here as far as promos go. Said a little scratching in the front, but the back looks really clean. Overall, I mean, excellent to near mint for sure. VS Series again, we have Whitney's Furret. 2 copies of Whitney's Furret. Front copy was looking a little scuffed, I think. Yeah, a little bit. Not bad, actually, though. And the back copy, got a markup here. But overall, not too bad. A little whitening. Pidgeot, non-holo rare from Expedition by the fantastic Komiya. 2 copies of it. Front copies got these like little scuff smudge things that tend to happen a lot on cards that I'm not exactly sure what it is. Back copy is looking pretty clean. VS again, Faulkner's Dodrio. So we've got a mark in the front of this one. 1 copy. It's a good thing I don't have as many cards in this order as I do usually. I think there might be a couple more expensive things in here or something that it's smaller. Back of this is looking pretty clean though. All right, we got Garchomp C Level X from the Garchomp vs. Charizard SP deck. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies. That's what we're talking about. A little more like it there. 4 copies of Garchomp Level X. Absolutely love this card. Beautiful, beautiful. Front copy looking pretty clean. Might be a little corner neck there. Pretty clean overall. And the back copy looking clean, except for it sucks. You're like clean, 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 clean. Oh, little hairline crease. And was there something up here? No, that's on my screen, so that's good. But this is a great card. All right, we have Wigglytuff Reverse Foil, also from Soul Silver Collection. So the Igglybuff has evolved and then evolved again. In front of this one again. This one's looking pretty clean as well. Back. Definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. Excellent near mint for sure. This is like Skytree's Rayquaza or something like that. Kusajima artwork, very bland for Kusajima in my personal opinion, but it's still a very good looking card. We got 1 copy. We got these line scuffs, almost like somebody took a pencil eraser across it. And then we got some pretty good whitening on the back of this one. And I mean, it doesn't look bad overall. It's just whitening and there's marks. All right, we got Lugia from Shining Darkness. 1, 2 copies. What is this? Kazuki Kano. Front copy, not too bad. Back, scratching, scuffing, nothing too crazy. Probably not grade worthy though. Or, I mean, I know it's not grade worthy just from that glance. We have Marowak. I always really like this one. Morty's Marowak from VS. We got the Ghastlies haunting him in the background. And, like, if you know the lore between Cubone and Marowak and all that nonsense, you know, like the, was it Lavender Town? The Burn Tower? Is it Burn Tower? I don't think it's Burn Tower. Maybe it is Burn Tower. It's a ghost tower. There's lots of ghosts there. You got to get your Sylph Scope. You got to be able to see the ghost with that. And, yeah. Cubone is always mourning its mother, which is why it wears a skull on its head, which is why it transforms into this when it evolves. But I mean, it's like kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, did the Marowak die, or did the Cubone wear the skull and mourn it? You know, I don't know. I feel like I'm asking the right questions here, personally. But we got 2 copies of Marowak. Front copy is not looking too bad. A little bit of here and there. And then back copy, a little scratching, a little whitening. Nothing crazy, but definitely probably a copy I sell raw. All right, we got Marowak from Holland Phantoms. 1, 2, 3 copies of it. Yeah, I mean, you can see, well, because of the way that it is there at the top, that it's probably not going to get graded. Same with the bottom. And the back copy is looking much cleaner overall. Really clean, actually. All right, we got Pinsir, Dragon Frontiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 copies of Pinsir. It's Dragon Frontiers, Japanese Dragon Frontiers, but it's like offense and defense of the something in Japanese. But they don't put that on the slab, so that's why I've never learned the proper name for it. I said slab too. Oof. I don't like that. I don't like it. We got Pinsir here, the Delta species typing. Shout out to the person the other day that explained to me why, actually, it's perfect. This one's on top over here. Why these are like kind of faded, but like the same typing, but still like Delta. They're actually like dual typings. This is Steel Dark, and it actually made me like these a little bit more, so shout out to you. But yeah, Pinsir, 9 copies. Front copy looking pretty clean. Off center though, like Dragon Frontiers typically is, and back copy looks like it's got a little bit of wear and tear. We have Kabutops, Mirage Forest. This is a really cool one by Arita. Although, I will say, I mean, why does it look like he's got legs? I mean, I know he's got legs, but his legs look kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like they took half a Kabutops and threw some human legs on it, which, you know, when you look at it like this, man, that's really cool artwork. But then you look at those legs kicking away, and I don't know. There's, again, there's questions. I don't know if it's supposed to be water bubbling out as he goes past. But again, then where are his legs? So, again, questions that I feel like are appropriate to be asking for this. But we got 1, 2 copies of Kabutops from Mirage Forest. Again, I really do like this foiling, though. I like this card in general by Arita. Just, again, questions to be asked there, you know? Front copy doesn't look too bad. Back copy also looks pretty good. So for a little mark right just there. All right, we got Sandslash. This is, like I was just saying with that, Mightyena. I guess this is technically a dual type steel and fighting. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Sandslash from Holland Phantoms. Or excuse me, this is Holland Research Tower. But front copy looks pretty good, looks pretty clean. Back copy also looking pretty clean. All right, next we have Wind from the Sea, Entei, 1 copy. And I mean, you can already tell we got some food particles here. Try and scrape that off. Yeah, you know, just scratching the card with my nail, you know. But it's already in pretty rough condition, so really, I mean, aesthetically, taking that off would probably be better than leaving it on. In the back, well, we got a crease up here, and yeah, I mean, again, heavily played probably, maybe even damaged in this as I take a look further, because of the way that it is. Typhlosion, E-Series starter deck, E-starter deck, whatever you want to call it. Definitely an interesting artwork here, interesting interpretation of Typhlosion. Feels very like parody cartoonish, if that makes any sense. 1 copy of Typhlosion. A little something there, but overall looks like not a bad looking copy. Got a Fernape level X, 1 copy. And just a disclaimer, normally we have way more quantity of some of this stuff where, you know, I don't know what I was doing with this order or if I messed up grabbing this order out of there or something, but It's pretty sad when the guy doing the video doesn't even know, but if you're not new, you know the drill, and if you are new, get used to it, or I'll see you later. We got Infernape level X. This is from the Infernape vs. Gallade level X deck. Looks like we got one copy of Infernape. I actually might have just, this weekend, I think I might have sold a 10 of this. I think it's this one. I sold an Infernape level X10. There's a couple of them. I'm not sure if it was this one or which one it was, but that'll get shown off in the Monday weekend sales recap video. So we got a little mark there, but overall it's a really clean copy. Ludicolo, Delta Species, Fire Typing, Miracle Crystal. Front looking pretty clean on that. Back, we are noticing that. But overall, very clean, just unfortunate. Little ding there. Pokeparks Torchic, PCGP promo. Hanging out with Munchlax, Skitty, and Meowth. 1-2 copies of it. Front copy, not looking bad. Back copy, little mark there. A little bit of whitening, but overall, not too bad. These can get really, really messed up sometimes. They came in like cello packs, and they can have some insane like indents and creases and stuff like that right out of the pack. We got Growlithe Reverse Foil from Heart Gold Collection. One copy. Whenever I look at this card, this is what like I think of when I think of the Hisuian, Growlithe, and Arcanine and what they could have been. Like more of a style along these lines. Who did this? This was Naoki Saito. Just this like tribal, or not tribal, I don't know, like ancient Chinese like warrior dog thing. Like, and I think that's kind of what they were going for, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I like it, but I think they could have done better, especially since there's a lot of fan art out there that absolutely killed it. But one copy of this one. Front of this one looks pretty good. Back looks like we got a little mark there, but overall really clean copy. We have Cyndaquil, again from the East Start deck. 1-2 copies of Cyndaquil. Front, not looking too bad. Back, well, I mean, you see right away. But overall, clean. Well, now there's some sort of fold here. You can kind of see the light glaring off it, I think. You see that? It's like right around, it's like a wave right there. Could just be the light, but nah, there's a mark there. I would bet that that's some sort of indent. We can even look in the front. Yeah, you can see it from the front. That's why you check your cards, kids. All right, we got Rocket's Houndoom. Or is it Dark Houndoom? Probably just Dark Houndoom. I think that's, I don't know anymore. Yeah, Dark Houndoom, sure. 1, 2, 3 copies of Dark Houndoom. Ooh, swirly boy on that one. Overall, that front copy looking pretty clean. Cool read artwork. Back copy, not so much. Not so much. Clean, but scuffed and scratched and slightly indented and whitened. I know you're like, well, isn't that contradictory to clean? Clean to me sometimes when I think about it is, I mean, maybe if you look at the back of this one. Yeah, so like, okay, even if this has marks on it, the card itself looks fresh and clean. It just, unfortunately, they, succumb to damage and indents and stuff like that, whereas some cards are just absolutely road rash. It looks like somebody took the card and scraped it across the pavement on the back. Like, that's sometimes when I say something looks clean, it's clean in the sense of like clean and dirty, not like, oh, it's clean, like it's grade worthy. Again, we have Charmander here. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Charmander from the East Star deck. I also got to make sure, you always got to check these, make sure they're all first edition, because if you get an unlimited one, you got some big money on that. Big money on those, because they are very, very rare compared to first edition. Like, they were only given out a certain way rare. Back of this one looks pretty good. So, like, they were only given out a certain way. I can't remember. There's a lot of people out there that know way more about that niche stuff than I do. And basically, I mean, that could be like a $500 card, I think, if it was unlimited. I would assume. But we got Flareon. Meiji promo, 1, 2, 3 copies from PCGP. Meiji Chocolate. Front copy, a little scratching, a little scuffing. Back copy, looks like we got the same deal. All right. This is the other half of that first stack. And it's got all these. We're 20 minutes in. Whew. Really hope we got some more quantity stuff here. Otherwise, this is going to be a long video. I want to go out and get in the sauna before I go to bed. And, man, I was supposed to turn that on before I did this video. I might leave you guys for like 2 minutes and go do that. You guys might have to listen to non-existent elevator music while I do that, because I don't really want to wait for it to heat up if it's already close to 2 in the morning. Yeah, you guys are probably going to wait. We'll wait till we get about halfway through this. We'll get through this stack. And then you guys are going to sit here and you're going to stare at nothingness and listen to nothingness until I get back, which will be, like I said, about 2 minutes later. But anyway, moving on. Morty's Ninetales, VS series, 1-2 copies of it. A little whitening in the bottom of that one. Back copy. A little whitening, but overall really clean. We have Leafeon. This is from like, it's like a Metagross deck, I think. I think that's what this one is. I don't have many of these, and I've never like seen or bought too many of them. It is a really good looking card, but looks like we got lucky on this one. We got the double swirl. We got swirl on the left, swirl on the right, both sides. Again, it is a really good looking card in my personal opinion, but just haven't personally bought a ton of them. This one looked pretty clean in the front, but I mean, then you flip to the back and, well, you got that going on. Bulbasaur, McDonald's promo. Love this one. Great artwork by Sugimori. Front looks pretty good. Back looks something on there. I don't know. That'll probably come off later on, but back looks pretty good too. A little chip of whitening there, and whatever that little mark is. It's probably something that just comes right off. We got Sceptile expansion pack, 1 copy. This is Ruby and Sapphire in English. Man, the foiling goes crazy on this one. I really like this artwork by Harada. I think this is actually maybe one of her best, like her top 10 in my personal opinion. He is quite muscular though, I will say that, and he's kind of, I don't know. We won't say the card's really good and then criticize it. That just wouldn't be right. Not bad, but definitely have a little here, a little there. We got Shuckle, VS series, Janine's to be exact. Front doesn't look too bad. Back, again, we got something on there as I scratched the card with my nail. Yeah, looks like just like a flake of something stuck on there. Again, that stuff usually just comes off. Venusaur EX from the Venusaur EX constructed deck, 1 copy. This thing has like the laser light show, crazy foiling. It's kind of hard not to like these, unless you're a Kanto hater. Front looks pretty good. Back, got a mark there. Whitening, probably like light play-ish. Moderately played maybe if I see something else. Venusaur Expedition Rare. Standing on his Pokeball there. Well, maybe someone tried to catch him and he was like, that ain't happening. Man, this one's pretty clean overall. We got Tangrowth Level X, 1 copy from Advent of Arceus. I mean, this works out for you guys. You get to see more of a variety, but this is going to be a stalled out video if we don't get rolling. Little mark there, a little bit of chipping, whitening there, but this thing's pretty near mint. Unless there's an indent somewhere that I'm not seeing. Maybe something there. It's a nice copy. Nice clean copy from a long gone era. We got Meganium EX. This is from the Meganium constructed starter deck. 1 copy of Meganium. Front of this one looks like we got some scratching here. Back copy is whitening, some marks. This is probably like a moderately played condition copy. You got a little bit on his head there too. We got Dark Crobat, 1 copy from Rocket Gang Strikes Back. Front of this one looking pretty good. Back of this one, got some wavy something going on there. Looks really clean, but I think that's an issue, whatever it is. Shedinja, Rulers of the Heavens, 1-2 copies of it. Fantastic artwork by Himeno and a fantastic Pokemon. Don't care what you think. Nice orb on the front copy, by the way. Pretty clean the front of that one. Back copy, Got a mark there, scuffing, scratching. Well, not scratching, but scuffing and whitening. Leafeon, Dawn Dash, 1 copy. This foil goes crazy. I've listed a couple of these now, and they typically sell pretty quick. But front looks pretty clean. Back looks clean, except for that little nick there, and that will keep it from getting graded. Executor, Wind from the Sea, not hollow. Always like this art by Baba. I don't know what it is about it, but front looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, man. Back looking pretty good, except for that in the corner. All right, we got Janine's Beedrill, 1 copy from VS. Front pretty scratched, as you can see. Back, not, well, yeah, there's something down there. Pretty much the same all around. Probably moderately played to light play on that one. Leafeon Level X from Dawn Dash. Nice swirl on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Leafeon. Guess if we're going to have multiple copies of something, this isn't a bad one to have. Great foiling. Very clean in the front of that copy. However, the back copy, not so much. Not so much. All right, we got Gyarados, Holland. This one's Holland Phantoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Gyarados. Now we're cooking. This is a really good one. I've always liked this one by Kusajima. This is one I've been tempted to keep. I've graded multiple 10s. I've had a lot of copies of this. It just never kept one. But might be feeling at it at some point. Might just be like, yeah, we need that. Front copy looks really clean for the most part. Back copy doesn't look too bad, but it does have some whitening. All right, we have the Emolga BWP promo. I cannot for the life of me remember what the release was on this, but I do remember, I think I sold a PSA 10 copy of this for like $500. This is definitely a very low pop card. It is kind of like a, I don't want to say it's not a trophy, definitely not a trophy, but like a pseudo like prize card. It's got the stamp down here. It's got the foiling, got the Pokemon Center logo. But it's definitely a really cool looking card. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Emolga. Again, this is just a really cool looking card by Kanako EO. Front looks pretty clean. Back, got something there. But overall, not bad. Not bad. We have Lieutenant Surge's Lantern, 1 copy. From that one looks a little meh. Back copy will be. We just sold something. Sold a Rhoda's Mew movie promo, heavily played condition for $11.19. It's a little sneak peek for the Monday weekend sales recap. But yeah, this one's pretty played, unfortunately. We got Pikachu from Stormfront. 1, 2, 3 copies of Pikachu. Is he falling into the grass? Is he sliding down the grass? Only Kusajima knows, but it's actually pretty epic. I don't feel like I've looked at a lot of Kusajima's artwork, or at least realized it's been his, or it could be her. I don't know. Some of these people, I think that they're men, but they're women. I think the one was Kazuki. I got wrong for the longest time. I thought it was a man, but it was a woman. So the person, Kusajima, that human, that did this, it's really good artwork. Really fun artwork, and I like a lot of their artwork. Back copy looking pretty clean. A little bit of whitening, but pretty clean. Dark Electrode from Rocket Gang Strikes Back. Nice foiling on this one. Pretty clean on the front. And on the back, just not so much. Not so much at all. Raichu, Soul Silver Collection. 1 copy. I've had a lot of these. I've graded a ton of these in PSA 10. This is just a really cool card. Front looks pretty good, but I did see a scratch somewhere. It's on his belly. Got a little belly scratch. Back. Got some of that. Some of that. And, yeah, that. Got that. Zapdos, McDonald's promo. This is a P promo. These usually come really beat up, and I'm not exactly sure why. Well, maybe because of McDonald's promo, and maybe kids were getting in Happy Meals, and yeah, well, they didn't have a good time. Well, the card didn't, the kid did. Got indents there. Yeah, this thing's not in great condition here. Probably moderately played. We have Flying Pikachu from Bond Stand at a Time. 2 copies of it. Overall, not bad. I mean, we got the typical chipping that these are prone to. All the foiling from this era. And then looks like we got a line indent going across on that, which is unfortunate. And an indent there. We got Nidoking from Dragon Frontiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 copies of Nidoking. Looks like we got, this one's actually not too bad centering wise, but front of this one looks pretty clean overall. We like it. We like it. And the back copy is not as clean. Little indent there. Some schmutz there, some something, and some whitening. Good card though, right? Arita. Very intimidating looking Nidoking for sure. All right, next stack. Before I start going through this, I am legitimately going to leave you on record. If anyone, you're not new here, you know that I absolutely hate combining videos, doing second takes, or doing any of that editing jazz. Maybe somewhere in a different time, a couple years from now, maybe this channel gets bigger and bigger, and then I can afford to just pay somebody to do cool little edit things for you. Maybe I'll do that, or maybe that just kind of takes away the allure of the channel. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to go turn on my Sonic quick and let you guys hear, and I'm trying to find something interesting. Oh, I actually have something interesting for you to stare at the whole time. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. So this, I might have shown this. No, I don't think I did show this off in Merch Madness. This, we'll zoom out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't think I can take the glare off for you, but we'll put it like right there. Zoom in a little bit for now. You want to see the box. Well, that's best you're gonna get, and be happy that I'm giving you this while I'm going out. Well, this is a SLOWBRO Christmas tree. What is this, an ornament? It's not an ornament, it's a display. It's basically a Christmas display piece, and we have Squirtle on the Christmas tree, Charmander, and Pikachu, and yes, I am very upset that Bulbasaur is not there. I thought maybe it was missing from this one, but I looked at the other ones. They all do not have it. This one, I believe, has been opened. I actually know it's been opened, but if you can look here, you see the little straps. They're still there. They're still fastened down. It still has the plastic on it. So this thing's pretty much new in box, just the box itself. I mean, you got the sticker over here. I thought there was maybe another sticker. We'll take a look at the back too before we leave you guys alone for a couple minutes. But I mean, this thing's just sick. I think this was like $80 or $70. And this is from like, hold on, it actually might have the date. Where you at? Tommy, obviously, you can tell that's what it is because it says it a million times. Xmas tree, the box did just pop open on the top. Close that back up. I could have swore there was a date on this thing. This is like 97, 96, 97, I think. It's in the 90s. I'm 100% certain it's in the 90s. That's all I do know for a 100% fact. Hold on a sec. Maybe we can... Nah, you know what? I'm just wasting time. We could be already running through this video yet. I'm going to let you guys hear. You can take a look at this thing, admire his... Oh, here. That's even better. We will take this stapler, and we'll stick it behind, and now you don't have the glare, and now you can admire the Christmas SLOWBRO. Why can't I not zoom out further? What's going on? That's first I can zoom out, so deal with it. But there you go. Take a look at that. Admire it. Appreciate it. Accept it. Believe in the spirit of SLOWBRO Christmas, because I know I do. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Enjoy yourselves. You want to pee? Come on. Okay, well, Sauna's on. You got to stare at a cool Christmas Pokemon vintage thing. The dog had to pee, I had to pee. You got a break, I got a break. I feel more inclined to get this second part going. And maybe that wasn't the most professional thing in the world, but I never said I was a professional YouTuber. So, SLOWBRO agrees with my decision. Let's continue. Okay, stapler out of the way. All right. So that was the first stack. As you can see, we have another stack to go through. So let's get you zoomed back in. Rayquaza says it's time to start. All right. All right, first up, back from the break, we have Mightyena, Holland Research Tower, 2 copies of Mightyena. Let me zoom you back out just a smidge. There we go. Who did? Oh, Narakusajima. Oh, imagine that. Front copy is looking pretty clean. Back copy, well, it's got some whitening. It's got some scratches. And, yeah, we're just going to put that over the side because you can tell the way it is. All right, we got Houndour from L2. I think L2 is what? Reviving Legends. 1 copy of Houndour. Reverse foil. Houndour? Looks like a pretty clean copy overall. Just a little nickel weighting there. We like that. I love this card. We have Tyranitar. This is from, it says L2, but it's from its own deck. It's from the, what is it? The Houndoom Prime deck, I think is the one. Is it the Houndoom Prime deck? Yeah, I think so. I believe so. But I absolutely love this card. I think this is fantastic, and I actually have a copy of this in my collection. This one has the double swirl on it, but I mean, it's kind of hard not to like this card. Look at it. It's honestly incredible. I wish I had more copies of this. See, this is the thumbnail, but unfortunately do not. Great card. Great card. Oh, we lost a Blastoise. All right, we got Swampert. This is DP4, so this is Temple of Anger? Temple of Anger, Cry from Mysterious. Man, it's like 5. I don't know. It's DP4. I know I feel like every week I'm trying to figure this stuff out again, but I just get super confused from this era. Oh, it's Dawn Dash. Dawn Dash or Moonlit Pursuit is what this is from. We've got 1, 2, 3 copies of Swampert. Foiling goes crazy. Almost looks like that's like a smudge, but that's him using probably like, what is it? Muddy Water or Mud Splash. One of the two. Good looking card though. Front copy looks pretty good, but the back copy has, well, it has whitening, and you can see. All right, we got Glaceon, also from Dawn Dash or Moonlit Pursuit. 1 copy. I love this. I know I keep saying that, but I absolutely love this artwork by Nishida. This is probably one of my favorite Glaceons of all time. And I mean, it's pretty easy to see why. Like, I wish I could almost, like, you can see the background kind of when you go like that, but I almost wish there was a non-holo version of this to see exactly what she was going for there. Front of that one looks pretty good. Back copy looking pretty clean as well. All right, we got Manaphy. PCGP promo. It's like it sees Manaphy, actually, yeah. This is an ANA Airlines promo, and, well, you see the airplane cruising around in the background there. 1 copy of Manaphy. Front looks pretty good, but you can see a wave down here at the bottom. Can you see in the front? Not as prevalent as back, but I think that definitely has something going on there. All right, moving on. Blastoise, Cold Flare. 1 copy. Indent in the front of this one. Unfortunately, back is also not the greatest. All right, Melodic EX from the Water Quick Construct Pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 copies. Did not know I bought that in this order. But I have a lot of these. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I have 50 to 100 of these, like, it's like laying around somewhere. It honestly wouldn't surprise me at all. But we got 20 copies. I'm not very good at fanning. You guys should probably know. Hold on. We'll do the math. Oh, you're like, oh my God, you're scratching the cards because they're not in sleeves. I promise you, they're not getting scratched. They've been through a lot. This is from like 05. They survived 20 years, and there's still cards getting graded mint 9 to Gem Mint 10. They are just fine the way that they are. Although I do kind of want to fan them this way so you can maybe see. I often get dislikes on these, and I wonder if this is the exact moment where somebody gets so triggered that they have to hit the dislike button on the videos. I'm going to assume it is, and I don't blame you. That, or, I mean, it could be the shenanigans like when I left earlier. I mean, that was pretty unprofessional too, but, you know, sometimes stuff needs done, and you got to do what you got to do. But this is a great looking card. It's absolutely beautiful by Ryo Ueda. I think there's, like 6, 7, 8 or something quick construct backs. This one being, in my personal opinion, the EX in this one, the best. Front copy is looking pretty clean. Back copy, well, not so much. You see that right there. Overall clean, but it's got that mark, unfortunately. Yeah, we got a nice stack of 20 of these. And again, there's probably plenty in boxes somewhere else to go through at some point. I'm getting better, though. You guys have probably noticed a lot of singles going up. Not just auctions, but like singles getting put up on the store. We are in grind mode. Things are going good. We're cruising. We're doing good things. And a lot of this stuff is getting put up not long after you see it on the video, or at least gone through. And yeah, there's probably about 30, 40,000, maybe 50,000 other cards to go through other than just the ones you see in the video. But, you know, we're going to get there. We're going to make it happen. This year's going to be a good year for that stuff. All right, we got Mudkip from the Mudkip Constructed deck. 1 copy. This was one of those, along with the Torchic and the Trico, that I had always been like, oh, like, what are these weird symbols down here? This looks like a little, like, this looks like a vial. Not a vial. You know what I'm talking about. Like in the movies, is it a beaker? I think I'm going for a beaker. That might possibly be it. But then when you actually, hold on, we'll do a deep zoom. It's Mudkip. It's Mudkip. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's Mudkip. And the Torchic has a Torchic, and the Trico has a Trico. But the silhouettes don't quite look that way if you do a quick glance. But this one, he has been through some experiments himself personally, because he is heavily played. Maybe even damaged. All right, Blastoise from the, what is this? The Blastoise, it's got the B. Is this the Blastoise Mega Battle deck? Or something like that. Some weird little side quarter deck thing. It is good artwork by Fukuda, but, and it's got nice foiling on it as well. You know, we're going to actually take a little time to appreciate this one because I never really did it personally myself. He's using some Kung Fu moves. And again, the foiling on this is absolutely great. We got like a water flag in the background with a ball on the top. Yeah. We'll even do a little zoom in on the condition of this one. I mean, honestly, from first glance, I mean, this thing looks pretty clean in the front, but the back, got something there. Honestly, this is a pretty clean copy. This might be gradable. This might be it. This might be the one card to rule them all. Let's hope. Well, we already know this one isn't, but we got to zoom back out. Camera's being finicky. We got, this isn't Karen. This is, wow, big blank. It's not Karen. Who is this? Oh my gosh, dude, we're having problems. Who is this? That's really going to bother me, and honestly, I don't want to pass on it and not look. This is like my favorite set of all time. How am I like looking at that and not knowing who you are? You have a Blastoise. You are who's Kingdra? You are who's Blastoise? Who's King? Claire. It's Claire. That's Claire. That's Claire. Claire's Kingdra. Man, I was getting upset there for a second. I'm like, how can I even not know that? Like, that's honestly ridiculous. We got 2 copies, and obviously you can see what's going on with the front. We have some child's booger there, I would assume. Got to be a booger. Back copy, like a streak or something there, but overall, not terrible. Got Price's Cloyster, 2 copies of it. Front copy, we got some stuff down here. Not good, not bad. Back copy, well, I mean, pretty clean overall. A little bit of whitening, not bad. All right, Dark Gyarados from the Silver Deck Kit. 2 copies of it. Front copy looking pretty clean, pretty clean. Back copy has an indent and some whitening and some other fun stuff. All right, we got Blastoise from the Blastoise Constructed deck. Same thing that the Venusaur is from. He's got a big old swirly thing on his head there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Blastoise. The big dog himself. Who did this artwork? Hikaru Koike. Yeah, I mean, this is just a nice looking card. Front copy is not looking bad. Not looking bad. Back copy, well, we got that. And then we got that. So, not bad, not great. Glaceon from the Shaman Level X deck. 1, 2, 3 copies of it. It's a pretty nice looking card, if I do say so myself. Pretty clean in the front, but the back, well, again, you can see what's going on. You got a better view than I do. You got better seats. Slowpoke from Wind from the Sea. Beautiful artwork by Kasube. 1 copy of this one. Got some stuff going on the top of this one, unfortunately, but this is an absolutely great card. Back. Yeah, back is even worse. This is probably moderately played, maybe even heavily. We have Price's Dugong from VS. 2 copies. Is that a scratch? Yeah, okay, that's actually a scratch, like right there. It looked like it almost fits the card, right? And then you see, like, oh, it's actually not part of it. But 2 copies of this. Front's obviously scratched. Back copy has whitening, and it's not bad, not good. Croconaw from L1 Heart Gold Collection by Kawaii. Fantastic art. Reverse foiling. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Croconaw. Again, I'm actually really surprised these are coming. This one has more scratches than some of the other ones, but they're definitely not like scratched to death like you get these sometimes. Back copy though, unfortunately, she's got some loving on the sides. Been loved all the way around. All right, we got Gyarados, 2 copies. This is from like a little quick construct pack thing from Black and White era. I can actually picture it in my head what it looks like, but I can't remember exactly what it's called. But this is a very unique foiling on it, something that I don't know if they've done too often at all, if at all. Other than this, there is an equivalent Garchomp that also has this foiling. Those 2 cards may be the only ones that have ever gotten this, but it's definitely a very, very unique, very cool foiling for sure. And now that I'm looking at it, oh man, I really wish I had the Magikarp here. I don't think there's one in here though. What is this like supposed to be like a throwback to like the University Magikarp, like the Unicarp? Like, is this like the University? Is this Tamagishi or is it Tamagishi? Can't remember, but is it the University behind there where the infamous event was held? Huh. I don't know. I actually really want to figure that out. The more you know. Oh, 2 copies of this. Some of you are going to have no idea what I'm talking about. Some of you are going to be like, oh, and like, some of you are going to know what I'm talking about and think I'm a complete idiot. because I'm probably wrong, but back copy's not looking too bad. All right, we have Team Aqua's Kyogre from the, what deck is this? I always hate this one. It's just the Team Aqua half deck, something like that. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies of Kyogre. Definitely a really good artwork. Definitely cool foiling. I like the aqua stamp in the background. Front of this one's not looking too bad. Who did this artwork? Hushiba? Sure. Back copy looking not bad, just some lightning. Got Glaceon Level X, Dawn Dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Glaceon. I want to see here quick. I have a copy in my collection that has a swirl like perfectly right here where the breath is like breathing out, like, and it looks fantastic. I want to see if I can find another one like that, but there's not. But I have one in my collection like that. The perfect swirl, we'll call it. Front copy looking pretty good. Back copy pretty played. A lot of scuffing, a lot of whitening. Got Blastoise, Shining Darkness. 1, 2 copies. Cool foiling on this one. Front copy's not bad. Back copy. I know you've heard me say front and back copy 1,000 times, and, well, there's nothing else to call it, so. Played on that one. Cool artwork here. We got the Feraligatr from Expedition. Kind of cool. We'll actually do a little zoom in on this one. Cool to see this one in non-holoed. Actually, I really appreciate all of it. Just a really good artwork. Pretty popular, too, as far as cards from this set go. But we got 1 copy. Front looks pretty clean. Back looks pretty clean. We like it. We like it. All right, we got Politoed Reverse Foil from Soul Silver Collection. 1 copy. Front looking pretty clean. Back looking pretty clean. Good, good, good. Meryl, also Soul Silver Collection, also reverse foil, also looking super clean the front, and also looking pretty clean on the back. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, we got Pokeparks Mudkip, PCGP promo with Slowpoke, Psyduck, and Surskit. Then looks like we might have, is it like a Silo and Corphish bobbing around back there? I don't know. Definitely not enough to fully go after. It might be Lapras, actually. I don't know. But I like this card. I like the stamp. I like it. I like the stock. Got 1 copy of Pokeparks Mudkip. Scratch there. Overall, pretty clean, but unfortunately, that scratch. Swampert, expansion pack, and/or Ruby and Sapphire in English. This one's got a little silvering there. Scratch in the foil. It's got some silvering peppered on the front here. So I'd assume, no, the back. I mean, the back's not great by any means, but it's not as bad as what I thought it would be with what's going on in the front of this one. All right, we got Togetic, Delta Species from Dragon Frontiers. 1, 2, 3 copies of it. Centering's off, but overall looks pretty clean in the front. Back copy, well, has that right there. And some whitening. All right, we got Poliwrath, Soul Silver Collection Reverse. This one does have some more scratching than the others that we just saw. Back of it looks pretty clean, though. Rota's Mew. We just sold one of these, and now we have another one to throw in the sell pile as if I really needed more inventory. Front of this one, this is a really good card, though. Unfortunately, we got a nick down there because otherwise, and a nick up here because, yeah, it's just got some corner wear. The back's not great either. But the face of it, I mean, this is a nice binder copy for sure. Mr. Mime X, Flight of Legends. Got the green background because there's also one with a, red background. Nice swirl on this one. Pretty clean looking, too. But got a little bit of whitening, but overall, really clean copy. Gardevoir, Dawn Dash, 1 copy. So we got a swirl peeking out there and a big old Orby. Pretty clean on the front. Back is Probably like excellent condition, light play. Got Metagross, Clash the Blue Sky, 1 copy. We're really finishing out slow here, man. I'll tell you what. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad looking copy there. Then I got Metagross. This one, at first, I thought it was some kind of crazy hollow bleed, but this, for whatever reason, they just have the hollow peeking through in the whole card for all of them, as you can see here. It's kind of cool looking, to be honest. We got 1, 2 copies of Metagross. Again, I think this is from like a Metagross deck. Front copy looks pretty good. Back is also not bad. A little something there, but not bad. A little whitening. Glade from the Glade vs. Infernape half deck. 1 copy. Looks like we got a little bit of an indent, or not indent, a little bit of a bend there. You can see the wave. Kind of see it curl over in the back. Otherwise, this thing would be pretty clean. It's unfortunate. Shedinja, Clash the Blue Sky, 1 copy. Love this card. This is really good looking one. It really makes that leaf there pop with that orb. So one thing that's kind of cool about the orbs I noticed, if they're big enough and they're on something, they like emphasize it, as you can see there. This thing's got some crazy foiling there too. It's got a crazy swirl. Just a really nice copy. Hold on a sec. Why did I feel like I saw something there when I flipped it around? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Looks like a pretty clean copy. Maybe something going on up at the top. We got VS again. We have, this is, man, why am I forgetting who these people are? Man, who is this? What is this? Who is it? Who are you? Man, what happened to me, man? What happened? What's going on? Who are you? Oh, man, that's tough. I don't think I'm going to be able to remember that one. This is my favorite set of all time. How am I forgetting who these people are? Maybe I just haven't listed VS lately? I don't know. We got SLOWBRO, though. And we got this guy's SLOWBRO. The master behind the mask. 1, 2 copies. There he is again, taunting me. Scratch on this one. Oh, man, that's really going to bother me. You have no idea. Indent, unfortunately, there. Gosh, who is this? This is Who's Xatu. Who's Xatu? Is it Will? It's Will, isn't it? It's Will. Yep, it's Will. Will's Xatu, and that was Will's SLOWBRO. If I'm wrong, I was not positive, and you didn't hear it. Will Xatu, 1 copy. Front of this one's not looking too bad. Back is also not looking too bad, just a little whitening. Gengar, this is from the 20th anniversary set. As you see by the 20th, looks like we got a little indent in the front there. So, clean copy, just a couple, well, it's for the back, so I wouldn't say this is really that clean, but the card itself is clean, the marks are not. It's a cool Gengar, though. Hypno, Soul Silver Collection Reverse, 2 copies. Closed in on the finish line here. Somehow I can magically stretch every video I do to an hour. An hour without even trying. It's a gift. It's a curse. It's talking to myself for entirely too long. Back of this one looks pretty clean. Got Almastar from Holland Phantoms. Delta Species. I like the psychic typing on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Almastars. That's what we wanted to finish out on here, is Almastar. This actually is a good card, though. This is a cool looking one. Front copy is looking really clean. Back copy, we got a mark there. But overall, and a mark there. And a mark there. Yeah, not as clean as I was first thinking. No, not so clean. Giratina, level X, from Galactic's Conquest. 1 copy, really nice card. Not so nice of a back. A lot of whitening. A lot of whitening. Really good looking on the front. A lot of whitening. We have the Best of XY, Xerneas. Reverse foil. 2 copies. These were insanely expensive for a short time. Then they were insanely cheap. And I still feel like I feel like we're still in insanely cheap territory, especially for how expensive these were for a little while. But these are great looking cards. Might be one of the best reverse foil sets from the modern era for sure. And the price on some of these, especially in 10s, reflects that. Good looking cards though. Pretty clean. Got Magneton, Holland Research Tower, one copy of it with the energies. Hey, whoever it was that called this out on this era with the Delta species thing, what's going on here? What are these? Is this a dual type thing? Like, is this, what's with the rainbow energy background here? What's going on there? What's this say? Like, what's all this do? Tell me things that I don't know without me having to look it up, because, well, that's what most people do these days. But this is a good looking card. It's a good looking Magneton. This is a pretty clean copy overall as well. We like it. We have Dialga from Stormfront. Nice roll on this one. This is a very colorful artwork for sure. Front looking pretty good. Pretty good. Not so good right there. All right, we got Janine's TM01, one copy. The TMs are actually pretty hard to come by. I have a ton of them stashed away that I haven't listed yet. And I know that probably upsets some of the people that I think have asked me to list them, but it just is what it is. This copy in the front didn't look bad, but we got some dirt and debris down there. TM02, I don't know whose this is. What is this? 110. What number is this? 119. Who would this be? Yeah, I don't know. TM02, though. Pretty clean copy. This, I think, is Karen's. Number 118, TM02. I think this is Karen's, maybe Claire's, but I think it's Karen's. Could be completely wrong. Got a mark at the top of that one, unfortunately. You might not find these interesting, but I mean, these are a big part of putting the VS set together, and they're very unique to the set. So, and then lastly, for this wonderful video that you've all so much enjoyed, we have, I think this is, it's spinning Cyclone Energy. This is a play promo, and I would assume you had to earn X amount of experience points or win a certain something in order to receive these. These are great looking energies, and there are a lot of energy collectors out there that appreciate this kind of stuff. So, I don't know, great looking cards. Front copy looking pretty clean, looking pretty crazy. Love the foiling. Back copy also looking pretty clean. So yeah, that about does it, guys. That's this week's What Did I Buy series video. Had a lot of fun with this one. Some good stuff. Definitely, I like when there's more quantity, just to, in general, like, make things go a little faster. It's not that I mind being here. It's not like I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's just more so like an hour is a long time to talk to yourself. So, I mean, you got to think. Just start talking to yourself for an hour, and you tell me how you feel. So, but yeah, this was a fun one. Some good stuff here. Have a ton of stuff in a box still on the back burner for these. Probably at least, like, I would think 10 weeks worth of these videos yet to go. I'm going to chill on buying stuff for probably about 2 months. I just paid in taxes, bought a bunch of stuff, and now already this April I will owe in a sizable chunk of money for my quarterly estimates for taxes next year. So I want to recoup funds, make sure I'm good to go, and then I'll start buying again, probably heavier towards... It sucks, because I really want to keep buying right now, because prices are so good. But, being a responsible adult with a family, a household, etc., you got to make those tough decisions where you can't just pull the trigger all the time. Trust me, I build carts sometimes just to fuel and satisfy the craving of putting an order in. And then I just like, all right, I built the cart, I feel good, and then, you just don't buy it. Well, you got to try not to buy it. But, yeah. Plenty of this in the back burner, plenty of this stuff coming up, and did a lot more videos this week. Again, I said after Easter there that videos will start picking up. I expect at least 3 to 4, well, probably think 3 a week no matter what, because we'll have the Monday weekend sales recap, the auctions, and yeah, I would think 2. Like, 2 is always going to be 100%, I think, at this point. And usually, I mean, I'm going to do a third for sure. I'll probably do, again, one of these just about every week. I rarely take a break on these. But, yeah, probably like 3-ish videos. And then, I mean, some weeks you're going to have 5. Some weeks you're going to have 6, maybe even 7 some weeks. So, yeah. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, or don't. But either way, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.